Okay, Coach, football, of course, back in L.A. and back at StubHub Center in Carson, California. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Los Angeles Chargers. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. First down throw for Mayfield. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. A big play there on the first play of the game. 59 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
They'll run here with Freeman. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal, and the lone man in the backfield is Freeman.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They get it to him running left. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Hauschka adds the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
On 1st and 10, Hood. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robbins. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Leopard! Leopard! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early. Looking
for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing again. Hood. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know, some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Mayfield now from the 50. He'll let it go deep for Freeman. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Lucky 56. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit.
On first down, Hood. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Damon Harrison continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Hood. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Chargers. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Over! Gun! No. Check. Patriot! All right, now, lucky 56. Detroit!
Throwing after the interception. Hood. Now he'll be hit from behind, and he is landed on hard. Vernon Butler Never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Operating from the gun. Hood looking deep downfield. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Well, you were backed up into a 2nd and long, but instead of trying to get the yardage back in chunks, he's trying to get it all back at once. And this defense was just lying in wait, and they're there to pick this one off.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield. Allen's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Back now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Detroit!
Off the play fake. Hood. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Off-play action. Hood. He's going to fire one deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down. From the gun, Hood finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. And it's up and good. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
To throw on second down. Hood. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Casey Hayward. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throw left side on target to Thielen. He got 29 yards that time. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Mayfield now on second down. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it second down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Mayfield with it once more. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Gone, 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 gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
They go play action here on first down. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Adam Thielen, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Gone, 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 gone.
Throwing on first down. Hood. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. So 1:55 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this.
Detroit! Gone, 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 gone.
To throw again. Hood. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
To throw on third down. Hood. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be fourth down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're going to try and throw. And my goodness, another interception. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half. A chance to really cap off a big 1st half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll go with the keeper, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Baker Mayfield with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Browns add on to their lead. Now Hausch could attack on the extra point. Hauschka with the extra point, and the route is on here in this 1st half. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now, Barney! Over! Catch it. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Hood. Throw left side complete. It's Robbins. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, Hood. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half.
Detroit!
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he stopped immediately there. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. This is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive.
And Owen coughed it up, and I think the Browns got it. They did. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Chris Jones in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
All right, here we go. Blue line.
A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This from 54 yards away. And Hauschka's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Detroit!
Throwing on 1st down. Hood throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
It's a big one there for the Chargers. 47 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Detroit! Detroit! Here we go. Hut! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Over!
He'll get it up the middle, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Throwing, Mayfield, flush to his right, and his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
And you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call. You've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Working out of the gun. Mayfield is going to flip one out here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down.
Gone! 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 Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
1st down, Mayfield. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Gone! 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 All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
Play fake. Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Vic Beasley in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. The Browns on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw, Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Brett Kern now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Watch you now, Barney. Barney.
On 1st and 10, Hood. Got an open man. It's Radley. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Back to throw. Hood firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Over. Watch you now, Barney. Barney. Over.
Off the play fake. Hood. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Over. Watch you now, Barney.
On 1st down, Hood. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison. In there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
Looking to throw. Hood. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Barney.
Operating from the gun. Hood. And that is incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Watch you now, Barney.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Looking left sideline, it's complete. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And this Browns defense stands tall. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Forced out to his left. And his pass incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19.
From the gun, Mayfield. Able to get away. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Detroit! Set! 3-19! 3-19! Gone! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56! Pass!
And again, it's Mayfield. Caught by Jones. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone! Detroit! Pass!
A first down throw for Mayfield. Dancing to his left. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19! Gone!
second down, Freeman. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, 90. Blue.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And Hauschka's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. A big play there on the catch and run, and even 60 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney. Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Gun, gun.
Back to throw. Hood. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted.
Gun, 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 gun. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. The quick slant caught. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Brashad Perriman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit.
All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. Gun, 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 gun.
Looking to throw. Hood. And that is caught. But the back judge right there to say incomplete. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Here we go now. Blue,
Freeman again. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. The Browns on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Mayfield off the play fake. Steps away to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the Chargers coming out of the field now. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Now a play fake here on first down. Now a desperation throw deep. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. Looking downfield for Jones. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it